209,089 people between 2012 and 2024, according to new figures released by the Bureau of Statistics. The official census count in 2012 stood at 746,955. People are now dead in what police believe is a murder-suicide at KK Villa Guest House on Lime Street, Workmanville, Georgetown, authorities said Tuesday. The incident is reported to have occurred between 5 a.m. and 8:15 a.m.
Once again, we are here with issues surrounding our country, Guyana. And at this time, pressure is being mounted on Guyana.
Our finale, right? Come out and make a statement that he buy Miss Rodriguez's story, hook, line, and sinker, right? And that he believed that's how she really came about with our wealth.
This is what corruption under the PPP government looks like. Behind me is a massive plot of land at Providence Phase 3 that was designated as a playground and was given to Jumbo Jet. This land was intended to serve the residents of the area.
2 vloggers here recently. I'm a British vlogger and a French vlogger. And we investigated the motive behind this. And we saw that this is their brand. So when you look at their pages, their YouTube pages and so on, they sell rage.
Alright, Minister Susan Rodriguez. So the bloggers sell rage, you sold chocolates.
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worry.
Let me start the things about we're gonna let's start the things. Steve, your boy Fire Feelings back in the building. How you guys doing, man? Welcome to a fresh upload of a fresh update. Welcome back to the channel where you see what up on the menu, you know what bubbling in the pot, so you know we dish not on the plate today. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening, night, morning, midday, whenever you guys watching this upload. Big up yourself. Y'all don't know the code already. Y'all don't know we're doing it wrong here. So you understand it's the 15th of January. It's Thursday, the 15th day in the first month of the year. Yes, I'm happy that I'm alive. See what's going on, guys. Remember, if it's your first time on VSA, feel free to give the video a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button and put your post notification bell on. Listen, this is serious. I want y'all run up the likes. The more y'all like up the video, the more it reach out to more persons. I'm begging you guys. And y'all try to interact with the comments. I need some more comments. I need like 200 to 300 comments in the comment section. We can't get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views and we only getting 20 comment and 30 comment and 5. No. I run the comments them. Let me know what's your thoughts on all of these topics that we got for you guys. You understand? See you guys, and don't be waste no time. Let's jump into these topics that we got for you quick and fast. Let's get this.
Yeah, man, I'm OJ Marley representing for Let's Start the Thing TV. Yo, guys, all of you tune in to Let's Start the Thing TV YouTube channel where you get the best entertainment news out of Guyana. Mix up gossip, you see? Talk the till, tell them about that drink and drive no car. Don't take no light star. Babylon gonna have to do them job. Before you kill yourself or innocent people might have figure ball. Brah. Let's Start the Thing TV. I don't know. Out of bud.
Well, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the show. Today, definitely we're going to kick it off with the Guyana population. Yes, guys. Now, it seems that the Guyana population has grown over a few years. All the time I'm thinking that, oh, all right, 800 and something thousand people we got. Because I know coming up, I never know the figure was at 5, 4, 7. None. I just know 800,000 people. This is what I'm saying. 800 and change living in the Guyana, which is 3,000 square miles, right? All right. So the population moving from 8 to 9 something, there's a massive growth. But I wonder if this is going to be beneficial for the country or it's going to cause a problem. Let me jump into this video here with a piece of news bulletin whereby they explain how the country got so much people.
209,089 people between 2012 and 2024, according to new figures released by the Bureau of Statistics. The official census count in 2012 stood at 746,955.
The population, the graph that we have before you, it's a line graph demonstrating the population from 1960 to 2022. And you would see that the population in 1960 was approximately 560. But the 2022 population, as you can see, is now 878,674. And that, you would see, is a continuous trend from the 1960 to 1980, whereby then you would see from 91 to 2012 there was some fluctuation. And now we're at 878,674, a 1.64% growth in the population when compared to the 2012 census. And it is also the highest population growth rate that would have occurred since the Second World War. The next slide is showing the population estimates for 2024, which is showing a continuous trend of growth from 2022 to 2024 at 956,044, a 3.30% growth rate, which is a continuous trend it is demonstrating. Now we also have the population distributed here by region, and you would see, looking at that table, for every region there's an increase in the population from 2012 to 2022. And it is demonstrated as well in the third column for 2024. Let's say we look at Region 2, for example, you see in 2012, Region 2 was 46,810. It increased to 56,469, and subsequently in 2024 to 61,441.
Well, viewers, as you guys heard, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you feel that is the direct amount of people that is in Guyana, or you feel that they got more people in Guyana than though? Let me know. Do you feel they got less or more persons in Guyana? Let me know in the comment section, okay, guys?
2 people are now dead in what police believe is a murder-suicide at KK Villa Guest House on Lime Street, Workmanville, Georgetown, authorities said Tuesday. The incident is reported to have occurred between 5 a.m. and 8:15 a.m. The dead have been identified as Cyril Saul, a 36-year-old security guard, and a 31-year-old housekeeper, identified only as Lorraine. This news has understands that the woman was found on the upper floor of the building with stab wounds, while Saul's body was found on the lower floor unresponsive. Both were pronounced dead at the scene by a doctor from the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. Preliminary investigations revealed that both individuals were employees of the guest house and were the only staff members on duty during the overnight period. Police also disclosed that the two were previously involved in an intimate relationship that reportedly ended about 2 months ago. As news of the incident spread, relatives of Saul gathered at the scene in disbelief. His brother told reporters that the family received a call informing them of the disturbing developments.
I actually was on my way to work early this morning. From my way to work, I got a call came through that something important came up. Just come down at Lovell. But before I passed at Lovell, and I feel different. I didn't feel in the vibe that I feel, and it's like I pass in and seen, at the time when they tell me come back at Lovell, when I came back at Lovell, I realized, yeah, this is what I see. I must have saw her like 2 times by us. Yeah, cool and calm person. Not really for several, it's a bad person. When you look at somebody, you could tell that,
Police have launched a thorough investigation, leaving no stone unturned. Several items, including a firearm, ammunition, a knife, and a quantity of suspected substance, were recovered from the scene and secured for forensic examination. Investigators also reviewed CCTV footage from the premises, which is now part of the ongoing probe, and have questioned several individuals. After investigators completed initial investigations at the scene, the bodies were removed by undertakers from the Memorial Gardens funeral home. They were later escorted to the Memorial Gardens mortuary, where post-mortem examinations will be conducted. The police investigations are ongoing.
Bible, I tell you, this story is sticky. This story is sticky. And I keep saying all the time, bro. It's common sense. I would never ever walk in at the same company, spot, place with somebody who attempt to murder me already. You understand? I wonder if she never tell the management what really going on. It's crazy. For those two of them alone went there. Bro, I tell you this. I put myself in she's shoes. If it's a case like that, bro, I rather know I eat butter and rice, salt and rice or egg and rice for 2 weeks. Remember this girl ain't got a chicken or child. Was just her mother, boom, bang, bang, she was taken care of. So if she take a 2 week for dust separate herself from this banner, sometimes she could have done live a day like today, bro. Some people just feel like, I don't understand with some woman, but it's just like the girl will get shooting in her head. She just talk to her mother hear the man come. The mother said no. She said, no, mommy, you just want to talk. Man, he want to talk, man, slap one in her head and send she home. And you got to know when to move, when to go, when to disappear. Jesus Christ. Views and subscribers, I leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know where's your thoughts.
This is what corruption under the PPP government looks like. Behind me is a massive plot of land at Providence Phase 3 that was designated as a playground and was given to Jumbo Jet. This land was intended to serve the residents of the area as a space for recreation, sports and community activities, especially for our young people. Instead, it is now being used as a showroom and parking lot for Jumbo Jet. And the residents told me that they hurriedly fenced the plot of land before elections. Both President Irfan and Vice President Jagdeo have repeatedly spoken about the importance of recreational centers and community grounds. Yet, once again, their words do not match their actions. Lands earmarked for public use are quietly diverted to private interests with kickbacks.
We want them to have decent homes. We want them to live in safe communities. We want them to have good recreational facilities so that it's more sustainable. They don't have to wait on a government cash grant to plan their lives for a cash grant. They got to plan it around the future of their children.
A Guyana where Guyanese can work, live and retire in communities that are safe, clean and have adequate and comfortable amenities where children can run free. In this era, when more Guyanese are working, earning, saving and experiencing a better quality of life, their perfectly understandable expectation is that they should be able to enjoy a certain level of comfort in the communities in which they live. We recognize that a modern community in Guyana should have, at a minimum, paved roads, concrete drains, clean carpets, well-lit streets, greenery and recreational spaces. No garbage, no stray animals, and no noise nuisances. These are minimum and eminently reasonable expectations, and my government will meet these expectations.
Irfan and Barrett continue to lie and mislead the nation. My fellow Guyanese, I hope you are noting these factual accounts of corruption under the PPP. I'm steadily highlighting corruption with facts, exposing the hypocrisy and dishonesty of this government. Former Minister of Housing Susan Rodriguez was fully aware of these shady transactions. Rather than stopping them or condemning them, she facilitated and fueled the abuse of the system. President Ali himself previously served as Minister of Housing, and just like Susan, he failed to act. The same corrupt practices continue unchecked. The reason such conduct was allowed is no secret. The owner of Jumbo Jet is a close associate of President Irfan. When friendship and political connections trump public interests, communities lose and corruption thrives. This story follows our December 16, 2025 expose involving Sheriff, where land set aside for a police outpost, playground, daycare, and health center at Peters Hall were sold off for private apartments. Different location, same actors, same PPP crooks. We look forward to the day when there is a transition in government and corrupt officials who previously exploited the system are harshly penalized.
Well, Mr. Mohamed, I love how you're doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I want to give you a new name, Mr. Expose. Yeah, Mr. Expose. Definitely, guys. Yo, I ain't going to tell no lie, bro. It's overbearing now. It's overbearing. But all I could say, Mr. Mohamed, you keep doing what you're doing. You telling you? The Mohamed's got a saying, every day bucket go a well, one day the bottom are going to fall out. Remember that? And then this next one was sweet and good. Mouth is bitter in your ass. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, as we continue with the upload now, speaking about Mohamed exposing. Now you guys can remember Mohamed exposed Miss Rodriguez, Susan, the minister that was once Minister of Home Affairs. Now she's the Minister of Tourism. Definitely, guys. Now you know, as every one of the politician leader, we're talking about people from Forward Guyana Movement, we're talking about people from the WIN, we're talking about people from APNU, PNC. All of these people is coming together whereby they're asking, they're fighting, they're pleading for the president to do a investigation on Miss Rodriguez. Now, I sit down to myself and saying, you know something? This might happen, no? Oops! Happen where? The president come out and say, he don't have to do no investigation will be done. Miss Rodriguez, right with what she's saying. He know how Miss Rodriguez got all her income and all her money and all these things. So basically the president said, no, we ain't there for no investigation. I tell you, I think it's me alone vex, but I got my buy Candice. Viewers and subscribers, take a listen to what Mr. Candice had to say.
Good afternoon to my brothers and sisters. Good afternoon to one and all. It's just something that I read on more than one platform in terms of the president, Irfan Ali, right? Come out and make a statement that he buy Miss Rodriguez's story, hook, line and sinker, right? And that he believed that's how she really came about with her wealth. And that he's not going to do no investigation, right? Because he don't warrant no investigation, because he believe it, and because we say come out him out is the gospel. Yeah, I tell you? Now before you even try to look like you're going to put up a fight for us by saying, man, look, I'm going to add an investigation into this situation, even though we know that the outcome is not going to be what we want it to be, because you're going to sweep it on the rug. But y'all get so blatant now that you never had no investigation. You say how she come out with your wealth by selling chocolate, cell phone, and all these other things that she talk about, and saving she money since she's small. She never see nothing that she want to buy. She save all she money. There's how she come out with this wealth. You buy the story, say selling it to us, so we got to buy two Klein and Sinker. The same way like you try to sell a Guyana Young story to us, so Klein and Sinker, bro. Yeah, I tell you? Because we all was interested in that story. We invest our time to that story. And we know that child was never in that pool. Yeah, I tell you? And then you guys come out on a podium and a platform and tell us that the child was in the pool. Nothing come out of that case. Nothing come out of the case, because guess why? Every dog just feel for the own. Every dog just feel for the own. Yeah, I tell you now, you come and tell us Miss Rodriguez's story is a credible story. Eh? Because she signed a contract with Mr. Willy Wonka. She know Willy Wonka. You don't see nothing wrong with his story, saying I got an investigation. Just like the other minister there, Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa, right? And Leslie. These is people that taking our wealth and enriching themselves, bro. And you see a problem with that. By 2030, I got to come out of power, buddy. We got to get y'all out of power by 2030. Y'all don't care what y'all do. And then when we get y'all out of power, we got an international investigation into all y'all wealth. How y'all come out with these wealth and these resources. Let me tell you, when we find out guilty, we take back everything and give it back to the people. Because it's the people money. Everything we take back and give to the people, bro. Enough of this nastiness I behaving with. Enough of this skullduggery. Y'all get so blatant with your corruption. Y'all don't care no more. Y'all don't care. You get so blatant that here you come in and tell us now that you buy Miss Rodriguez's story, hook, line and sinker, bro. You ain't see nothing wrong with your story. Your story makes sense. It gotta make sense to you. Can't remember it's University I float you went to, you know. So it gotta make sense to you. You went to the University I float. So it gotta make sense to you, bro. But it make sense to the rest of us. Because the rest of us didn't attend the University I float. We didn't acquire the marks or the scores to go to University I float. We didn't acquire that. We was not as smart as you. It's only you alone went to that university. You was the only student in that university of I float you. that you could come and tell us now that you buy Miss Rodriguez story, Oakland and Sinker. Y'all ain't got no shame. Not name shame y'all buy. But time to tell her your story. A history gonna record y'all, you know. And it's not gonna record as never as good leaders. None of y'all. Greed become the identity, then it take over your heart like a cancer. Yeah, I tell you? But time to tell you a story. There's a short video, I just annoyed.
You can say it right. And there's how the people them stay. That is how the people them stay. See me? Freedom fighter. I don't care what nobody say. Not for y'all will listen to me voice and vex and bad mind, and you could chuck off back in your parent. Yeah, the woman will push her out, chuck back in she. Because I can always talk. You understand? I will not be mute. You see me? But somebody did call him on a show a day and tell me on my show a day and start to the same thing them did back in the times when Jack Dio was the president for the country. You know what I mean? People was asking for certain investigation for a specific person, and Jack Dio come out and say, no, we ain't doing that. So it seems like it lay in their blood. But if you also subscribers, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Now, speaking about Miss Rodriguez, speaking about Suzanne, I got Eternity Enterprise come for skin shop little, because a while ago she was on an interview whereby she mentioned about the two vloggers, the French one that got boxed and the one that come from England.
Two vloggers here recently. I'm a British vlogger and a French vlogger, and we investigated the motive behind this, and we saw that this is their brand. So when you look at their pages, their YouTube pages and so on, they sell rage.
All right, Minister Susan Rodriguez. So the bloggers sell rage, you sold chocolates. That is fine. But has anyone been paying attention to the background optics of the vlogger's video? I know the British vlogger, I see a little bit of what he was saying, and what the man was pointing out was that the country is rich on paper, but when it comes to the infrastructure, when it comes to the road, the drains, when it comes to the market facility and everything that he saw, the man said it was totally the opposite of what he expected. And honestly, Minister Rodriguez, if I am in the United States of America and I'm listening to you guys, as a matter of fact, right in Guyana here, once I listen to you guys alone and I pay attention to what state-owned media sells on their platforms, I would believe like when I come to Guyana, I'm walking on places all the time that look like the way in front of that AC Marriott hotel looks. You would believe that all the roads in Guyana, at least most of them, looks like the Heroes Highway. You would believe most of the roads in Guyana and the places in Guyana look a lot like the entrance onto the new Rondell Jilks Demerara Harbour Bridge when you're going from Georgetown to the west side. You would believe that that is the reality. But then once you look at every video that is uploaded Minister Rodriguez in any community, besides your one Guyana Stronghold and so on, you look at the background and you would clearly see that a large percentile of Guyana is left out of this quote-unquote oil wealth, gold wealth, bauxite wealth, and other resources wealth. Anybody can see that. Now it made me wonder, why did Minister Rodriguez have to address two bloggers on Starting Point? It's because the bloggers, they may have followers. And the followers may look and they may see and they may believe, but Minister Rodriguez, the proof is in the pudding, and the proof is in the eating of that pudding. The people would not believe if the people don't have the optics there to match. And all of the bloggers, both of them will have the optics to match. Just look at it. You guys will look and you see some communities, and if we have any international body, international observers come and do audits or come into the country and do investigative reporting where you're going to different regions and so on, and you meet people, you meet the single mothers, you meet the workers, and you speak with them, they will tell you exactly what we would have been saying, continually begging this government ever since 2023 November. Because you cannot run from the truth. You cannot run from the reality. You understand? The reality the government lives in is a different reality to what regular Guyanese live in. So they can't understand. They have outgrown Guyana. They now speak for the internationals to listen. They are going to sell a narrative, spread a narrative, and spread the optics they want, so the internationals come and they get to do deals and enjoy the money for themselves and the family with all the big hotels and all of the mammoth buildings and the apartment complexes that these people allegedly owns, brothers and sisters. So, to the PPP and your ministers and your affiliates, your cohorts, your slacktivists, who continue to try to refer to people as oppositions and people bashing the government, these people wouldn't have anything to bash if the government was equitably disseminating wealth and doing the right thing. They would have way more people standing, representing and praising them than just you few who have to work overtime to try to undo reality. So, Minister Rodriguez, you can continue with your words that the men sell rage and you sell chocolates, whatever it is. You can continue on that path. But if you men don't actually make real actionable changes in terms of the way you guys are governing this country, where you running it like a dysfunctional household, you buying up every single thing, but you're not giving any to the children, the beautiful cooperative people of this country, you guys are going to forever be representing yourselves and scripting narratives. Rather than you guys have people come and sing of your great governance, you guys are going to forever have to sing about it for yourself. You guys are going to forever have to sing about it for yourselves because you guys are marginalizing people. Today we've seen people being victimized. We've seen many people ostracized. You guys are making families break up. People are separating because the men aren't making enough money. The men are working. The men are qualified, many of them. The men are certified, skilled men, working every single day, but the salary is a survival salary, Minister Rodriguez. It's going on to bills. And then we look adversely. We see what the opposition leader been exposing, Minister Rodriguez. Big mansions allegedly owned by you on parcels of land. You writing letters confirming that you do own parcels of land in prime location where 1 acre of land would have been about $30 million, and you own lands there. And then we look and see you have a sprawling mansion, modern conveniences, luxury features, expensive first world decor. And then we hear about a plan for another mansion, helicopter pad on one of your mansion, 5 and 6 luxury cars, Minister Rodriguez. This is the truth. This is not what you guys are actually saying. And this is why you see the two bloggers could have come into this country and they could have seen so much. Because if the poverty was few and far between in central Georgetown and so close to central Georgetown where the CARICOM Secretariat sits, these men would not have had all the filth to point to. They would not have been able to show roads flooded. They would not have been able to show gutters stagnated and filthy look. They would not have been able to find this so close to central Georgetown. They would have had to travel miles to outskirt communities to find it. But it's so prevalent that even in central Georgetown they can find it. You guys just went over to Tiger Bay to try to clean up Tiger Bay. Your government just went to the market to try to rehabilitate the market, and the market is still filthy based on what we are hearing and what is being reported, Minister Rodriguez. You guys can't fight the times. You guys can't fight the truth. You guys can't fight reality. You guys are going to continue to make yourselves look worse and worse in the public domain because you script a narrative against truth, and there's nothing that can stand against truth. And the truth of the matter is, Minister Rodriguez, with all you guys are saying that and praising yourselves for all that you're doing, and everybody that come and points out something that actually shows the obvious, you guys can continue to come to justify it, continue to try to make excuses for it. But Minister Rodriguez, the truth is the truth. Higher than 38% of Guyanese live in extreme poverty. Higher than 48% live in poverty. And higher than 75% are struggling living on the bills, paycheck to paycheck, Minister Rodriguez. And a little 10 and 12%, they're enjoying a little bit of the crumbs that falls off of the bread that belongs to all of Guyana that you guys continue to covet for yourselves. The proof is in the pudding. Everything is coming out to the public domain. Pay no attention to the malarkey and the conflations and the ostentatious parading of verbiage by our ministers, brothers and sisters. I can go outside right now and I put my cameras, you guys are going to see what you're going to see. Guyanese people have ambition. Guyanese people have pride. This is why we take care of ourselves. This is why you see me well dressed every time you see me. This is why you will see us even trying to take our little cars that we get and we clean it up a lot. We keep our houses clean because Guyanese are prideful people, and Guyanese do not accept handouts. We have never been a handout population. We have always been people that have been willing to work and are willing to work. It is your government that is right now destroying the reputations of Guyanese and destroying our national image by labeling Guyanese as lazy. And if you don't want to work, you and your affiliates and cohorts is lazy. No, the people don't want to work for pittance. Realize they're not getting anything. And today, tomorrow, some Johnny come lately contractor or some new funk PPP affiliate who we're going to see all over the public boasting about your transformative developmental journey that you guys are on, but the reality is on the ground. Higher than 38% in extreme poverty, higher than 45% in poverty, 70 to 75% living on the bills, and your nurses are flying, everybody is striking against you. Those are the actual reality on the ground, Minister Rodriguez. So whether the men sell rage and you sell chocolates or whatever it is, Minister Rodriguez, the fact is the fact. The roads are exactly in the state that British blogger pointed out, and many communities, unless the people had background effect, green screen effect, look exactly the way the other French blogger had, exactly the way the French blogger's background was looking is exactly the way it is. And you can't fight the truth, Minister. Y'all got to do better.
Big up Eternity Entertainment, man. I love how you do it, and I love the reasoning. Because I'll tell you something, on a real big woman on big man level. You know, when I first get my visa, I thought America was the cleanest place on the planet. Because I remember when you're watching movies, you know, one or two places you see ghetto and them thing, but as a youth man, just want to come to America. I used to always think America is the cleanest planet on the earth, until when I come and I see garbage and these kind of thing. But like I said, America over 50 states. All of these states are controlled by governor, mayor. One president of America, but governor, mayor for every one of the states. So in order now, sometimes it is be the mayor fault, because we know if you're for cleaning up on them kind of thing, mayor have to be done, have to be dealing with that. The mayor, right? But you can't put Guyana in America. You understand? You can't put that. Remember, Guyana could fit in America, but 10,000 times or more. How America big? Guyana, the population, as they said, 900 and something now. America got more than that. We can afford to keep the place clean. Now they vex because this British vlogger come and skin up them. Everybody got a problem with he. Like really, bro? Like really? The man right we saying. They selling a narrative like Guyana is the cleanest planet on the earth. Which we know is not, but Georgetown is the capital city, guys. Most of the visitors or the tourists them that is going to come to Guyana is going to want to visit Georgetown before they go anywhere else. That's the capital city. All of the regions in Guyana should be clean. Like just so you're watching Mohamed talk, showing the president saying clean places and clean roads, and come on, bro, this is what we need. When it's starting? When are it gonna start? Say I can't vex any man come and do that. Yo, I ain't able with this place, but you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this situation. Anyway, this is probably gonna jump out. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. If you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and put your post notification bell on. Like I said, run up the likes and like get a couple well comments. Okay, guys? Peace and love until next time. Your boy Fire Feelings, aka Mr. Let's Start the Things. We out. See you guys.